Activision Blizzard
I like
King.
how you say it was my interest.
Well,
like
I'm
I
sure
just
you walked in
decided,
one day and went, look,
hey,
lads.
I got a little bit of cash in my pocket. What should I do today? Yeah.
So I'm keen to know what's the reaction been like, watching that all unfold as fans around the world respond to this news?
I think for the community, the Xbox community, there's a lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement. Like anytime we're making big moves, people that are supportive of what we're trying to do and what our vision is, we just get a lot of excitement. I think for the industry, and I think this is right, there's questions about, well, what does this mean? What does consolidation mean?
Yeah.
Like, how is this going to affect competition? We're obviously spending a lot of time with regulators on those same questions. And I think for a deal this size, that makes the right sense. Like, we should be able to have open and honest conversations about what is this. I think if you take a binary position of every kind of business move is wrong or every kind of business move is right, that's probably not the right way to do it. But thinking about competition and are there kind of remedies that we should put in place to ensure that healthy competition matters, like I'm very supportive of that. But it has been fun to see the Xbox community just see that the company's behind continues to be behind what we're trying to do. And I can't wait to get it done.
Yeah, me too. Cannot wait. And I'm always curious to know, from Xbox's perspective, how do you see or why do you even see Activision as an exciting prospect to have within the Xbox family?
Yeah, because we spend so much time talking about Call of Duty on PlayStation. Like, it's just the topic, because I think it's, not to minimize it, it's kind of the easiest topic to go to. If you think about Xbox as only people who play on console, then you say, okay, how does this impact our competition with PlayStation, another console? I'll say from the beginning of this, it was never about that. We never had in our model anywhere where we're pulling Call of Duty or something away from PlayStation.
Cackling.
No, yeah, and I know for the Xbox community specifically, they might eye roll at this, but as we think about what we're trying to do at Xbox, we want to build a gaming platform where the world's best creators can build games to reach players anywhere.
Yeah.
Whether they're playing on console, great, playing on PC, playing on their smart TV or their phone. And every time we were kind of going through our logic, what we realized, and it's painfully obvious, is that we don't really have any capability on mobile today, on phones. We don't have our studios, it's not what they've grown up doing. We don't have a ton of players there. So it's really a space that's very foreign to us, but it's the largest gaming platform on the planet.
And the big wigs at King are going to know a thing or two about
they
mobile,
will.
huh?
And even like Call of Duty Mobile and Diablo Immortal, right? So for us, the logic really started from how do we gain more capability on mobile, both creatively as well as having users. But also, obviously, when you look at what Activision Blizzard King is, the PC heritage there, the stuff we can do with Game Pass, I think will be great for the community and people who are on Xbox. But the real strategic angle behind this was we need to get relevant on mobile, and it turns out that Activision Blizzard King is the largest mobile publisher outside of China. So that's how we got there.
Let's start there.
Yeah.
Now, you've already mentioned Call of Duty, and I think it's worth maybe hanging on that point a little bit more, because you have said really clearly you don't intend on making Call of Duty an exclusive Xbox title. But a lot of people interpret that word differently. So for you and for Xbox at our current position, what does not exclusive or exclusive mean to you?
We want to increase the places where people can play Call of Duty. I think a little bit like Minecraft. I think when we acquired Minecraft, our monthly active player base was 20, 30 million. I'm doing this from memory, but I think that's about the size that Minecraft was. And I think it's about maybe 120 million monthly players on Minecraft. And you do that, obviously, first and foremost by nurturing the creative, make sure the game evolves and the teams have the resources they need to build a great game, because in the end, it's all about great games. With Call of Duty, I think we've made some specific agreements with Nintendo and with NVIDIA to ensure the game can show up in front of more places. And you obviously don't make the game bigger by taking it away from anybody who's playing today.
Yeah,
I looked the other day, we have 58 games in our portfolio that are available in the PlayStation Store today. Now, we've acquired a lot of those, like the Doom games and the Fallout games, but even things we're updating, like ESO, Fallout 76. And so we expect to hit a certain level of quality on all of those games, the level of quality that PlayStation players expect. So that's our goal, and the same thing on PC, and the same thing on Nintendo. And so when we say available everywhere or not exclusive. We want to make absolutely the best version of Call of Duty for any player on any of those platforms.
And does that include anything in regards to exclusivity in regards of content?
No.
Or maybe like
No.
Warzone-based access?
No.
Nope.
No, we're not.
Love that. Full stop, no.
Well, because like I sit here today with a great game that's come out in the last couple of weeks, Hogwarts Legacy, and yes, there is a quest that's available on PlayStation. It's not available on Xbox as part of that. And I know this is part of the industry. That's not the game we're trying to play here either. It's not about a skin on a gun. It's not about a certain kind of mode of the game that the same version of the game will be available on all platforms, which is really what we do today. Like if you're a Minecraft player on PlayStation, I don't think you feel like you have the lesser version
of
Minecraft or Minecraft Dungeons or Legends, which is coming out when it ships.
Which is going to be cross-play as well.
That's right. And we want to make sure those players feel like they have a great experience on the platform they choose to play on.
So that's why Xbox is interested in, going down this road hand in hand with Activision Blizzard King. But what's the benefit to gamers and creators? And if possible, is there maybe an angle in the UK that benefits them?
In the end, it's all about player and creator benefit. Like we know that as building a platform, if our players aren't finding great games to play, and if our creators don't feel like they can build the best games and find players for those games, like nothing else matters. So the thing that gets excited to me, one is obviously Game Pass. I'm like a walking ad for Game Pass.
But it sells itself as well, kind of. I feel like I just have to say to someone what Game Pass is, and they're like, oh, wow, that's great, actually.
Yeah, and people who haven't tried games before will give them a try when the cost is just different than having to go buy at retail.
It's more accessible, right?
So, I think about Activision, Blizzard Games. I think about the long history of great franchises there, making them more accessible by, obviously things will be for sale, but also part of Game Pass, I think is a great value for players. I also want to be able to give those creative teams as much freedom as I can to go do some just amazing, amazing things. For the creator community at large, and I think we've seen this, if you look in reactions to the deal, it's not like you've seen the industry come out against, like third-party creators come out against the acquisition, because we're trying to create a larger marketplace for people who are building games across more screens. Different business models help players, and it helps creators as well, and that's our job. And in the end, this has to benefit players and creators, or it hasn't been successful for Xbox.
So on the topic of exclusivity, some people have pointed out that when you guys over at Microsoft acquired Bethesda ZeniMax, that Starfield was stated as a title that wasn't going to be exclusive to Xbox, but has since switched. So I'm wondering, or at least I know some people are going to be wondering, is that going to happen to Call of Duty, or what's to stop that from happening there?
I don't think I ever said Starfield was not going to be exclusive to Xbox.
You don't know you said that. People are going to go through and watch hours worth of content.
And
I like the confidence.
Yeah, because I think what I said is we're going to take it on a case-by-case basis. I said we're not going to pull games that are on other platforms, so we'll continue to support the communities of games. And as Elder Scrolls Online has been doing their annual drops and their content drops, those have been on PlayStation, those have been on PC, those have been on Xbox. PC for some of those ships a little bit earlier, but the console versions ship at the same time. We've updated Fallout 76 on all the platforms at the same time. Exclusive titles in the console space is part of the business. All platform holders do it. They're they are marketing beats for the platform, and we see that. Our competitors have a lot of exclusive games. So when we're launching new games, there are certain games that we're going to make exclusive. For us is always a little bit hard because we ship everything on PC as well, but let's just say ship on Xbox and PC and available on cloud. And some of those won't be available on other competitive platforms. But there's no example in Bethesda of us pulling something away from the PlayStation community that they had.
Zigzag on it.
Or games that people are playing, not continuing to update those. I'd say the same thing with Minecraft Dungeons and with Minecraft, and we'll do the same thing with Legends when it comes out. If I look forward, I think people playing more games across more devices is just where gaming is going. It's the
right thing, huh? That's what we want, right?
And the biggest games, if you look at like a Roblox, you look at Genshin Impact, you look at things like Fortnite, Minecraft, these are games that are playable across all of these screens. I love us building a console, and I love playing in my family room, sit at